Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for the love reading you have been waiting for. So here we have all three of the piles. I was really inspired by the lovers cards, and we have three piles with them at the top. So whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the one for you, whether it's pile 1, pile 2 or pile 3. So the cards are actually linked down below, by the way, if you wanted to purchase this particular version of Rider Waite. It is down below, and I've also linked the borderless ones as well, because so many of you asked me which cards I use. So these are actually super colourful, very bright versions of that particular deck, and I just think that they pop and stand out really beautifully. So I'll leave the links down below. The timestamps will be down below, so of course we've got group 1, 2 and 3, so you can always click on your timestamps and check out the reading or readings. And of course I just wanted to let you know that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private reading with me, information is also in the description box below. And they're done within 24 to 48 hours with me, of course. You can purchase on my website, or there's plenty of other options as well on how you can purchase. And the final thing I wanted to mention is I do have my own website, so it's shopmoonlightguidance.com, which has intention items on there. So a lot of people have seen results of these items, and they are manifesting items such as handmade bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse. You can check out the review section to see how other people have seen results with them as well. And there's also sage, there's face masks, crystals, divination coins, charms, pendulums, cloths, bowls, etc. Everything's meditated with and saged, and it's from me to you because I hand make majority of those items. Oh yes, so yeah, that is what we've got. Okay, in a nutshell. But of course, take your pick. And we're going to start first of all with group number 1, which is right on the other end next to the Wheel of Fortune. So I'm just going to take away these groups. We put them right there, and we begin. Okay, so I'm actually going to stay in this little setup that I have got going on. I'm just going to push everything back a little bit so I just have a bit more space as well, just to do some shuffling and to also get your spread onto the table as well. So I think obviously that's quite significant and very important. Okay, there we go. Alright, so group number 1, this is the love reading that you have been waiting for. I'm just going to grab your cards. Sorry, I have my scrunchie. I hope that's not like bothering anyone. Okay, I just put that on the side. Alright, so we are going to begin. For those of you interested in this particular deck, it will be linked down below. Alright, so I'll leave it there. This is the Border Magic Seer deck, and the links are down there. So let's have a look and see. Oh, and my website is also linked down below as well if anyone's interested in any intention items to manifest different areas of their life or booking a reading with me. The love reading you've been waiting for, group number 1. Ooh, Hierophant with the Queen of Swords. This is about your personal power. Your personal power is also something that is correlated to your love life. It's almost like the stronger you feel within yourself, the more boundaries you set, the more you take care of yourself, the more you put yourself first. That is what attracts not only the other person, but also, and for those of you single, can attract another person, but also what really just gives you a sense of fulfillment within as well, where you have a sense of, feeling accepted. We've also got here the Hierophant as well. You know what they say, like attracts like. In many ways, the stronger you are within yourself and your divine self, the more it's attracting, the more things are progressing, the more it's really working for you as well, from what I can see here. So I definitely really believe that there's a very strong, powerful, potent energy and vibe, which is definitely showcasing that there's a lot of good stuff here. It's really showing that you are going to have much more stability in your love life. And also part of it is to do with, you know, standing up for yourself, boundaries, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, looking after you. Hierophant shows commitment, stability, even for those of you that want marriage, because, you know, not everybody does want marriage. Some people are okay just with like a long-term partnership, but if you want marriage, it's marriage. And if you don't want marriage, it's, you know, long-term partnership. You've got the keys crossed over, which shows a happy home. I really see that for you here. And with someone who really just gets you, understands you, is responsible. You know, Hierophant is responsible. It's a powerful energy. We'll take a look and see if I can pick up on some signs as well, as in sun signs or star signs. So we've got Page of Cups there with the King of Pentacles. You've got a lot of court cards here. So the court cards are the pages, the knights, the kings and the queens. Of course, you've got page, queen and a king. So the Page of Cups is about humour and fun. You know, it's almost when you just let loose, do your own thing, you have fun in life where, you know, I know that life is not always fun. I will say that. But it's sort of that sense of like, okay, things might not be going my way right now, but, you know, I'll pull myself together. I got this, you know, I got this. I can get through it. And sort of finding little moments, even if some of you haven't got your love life figured out, it's sort of finding those little moments of gratitude and happiness. Like, you know what, at least I have myself, or at least I have this. And, you know, I got this. I got this. You know, things will come together. What's coming for me will never pass me by. So it's that sense of like, you know, there's lots of fish in the sea. There's lots that can manifest. The Page of Cups here is you know, it's going to come into your cup. Like, that fish will be in your cup. You know, it's one of those things where it's also showing that the right things for you will align at the right time. Because I'm seeing a lot of you watching this and you may be single, or you may be sort of stuck in a situation where you just feel kind of lost, in all honesty. And the King of Pentacles definitely shows stability. It got very bold Taurus energy here, because you know, the King of Pentacles has probably a more dominant Taurus energy. Even though it is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, there's a bull there. To me, the King of Pentacles is Taurus. So, you know, it's one of those vibes, but it can still be the other two signs as well. I just wanted to mention that. I'm going to pull some of those Lovers Oracle cards as well as do a charm reading as well. So we'll definitely, you know, look at everything and see what's coming through. Oh, okay. I saw that. I saw the king, okay. Okay, so King and Queen of Swords, so counterparts here. Yeah, if you're really worrying about your love life, I mean, I don't want to be the kind of person that's like, oh, don't worry, but really that's what I'm seeing. I just want to lower your stress and tension in that sense where, you know, I really do see things aligning for you, and it's totally normal to worry. It's totally valid for you to feel what you feel. You know, I want to validate your feelings by saying that, but also I do want to say that it will come together. You know, I want to give you that peace of mind at the same time, but I don't want to say like, oh, don't worry, it's all going to be fine. Like, why are you stressing for? Because your feelings are still valid, right? It's one of those things where I kind of have to walk that balancing balancing thing. So the King of Cups, yeah, I got a lot of court cards. So this to me, right, is really a very, very powerful energy here, where essentially it's showing that the best is yet to come. Your love life will become much stronger. There are lots of options out there for you. I think that if you have been hung up on someone that has been toxic or really, really difficult to deal with, it's literally showcasing that there are more fish in the sea and that there are options and choices out there in this world. In fact, it's painting plenty of choices here. You've got King of Swords, King of Cups, King of Pentacles. Ace of Cups shows that you don't have to chase, you can attract. And that's exactly what we saw with the Queen of Swords. Okay, so for those of you that are single, for those of you in really, really difficult situations, I think that this is a reading that is quite significant for many of you. If you're in a situation, again, it's pointing that you do have options and choices, that there isn't just one person out there for you. And if you're really, really, really into one person, then it does show that things can get stronger here between you and that other person. It just might take a little bit of time. And the best thing that you can do, regardless, okay, of who's around you and who isn't, it's showing here that the more energy, the more time, the more effort you put into yourself, the more it is going to help your love life. I know it seems like counterproductive, But actually, it's what works, because when you are putting too much energy into your love life and you are just constantly ruminating on it or thinking about it or feeling upset that, oh my God, this particular area of my life is a little bit challenging, what tends to happen is you're feeding more of that energy towards it, and therefore things are staying stuck or stagnant. Not much is progressing perhaps in that particular element. Whereas if you are able to take care of yourself, put yourself first, look after yourself, it is helping things all around. Okay, it is helping things all around. You're putting less energy towards the other people or person, and ultimately you're feeding more energy into yourself, which is going to trigger the other person to do more towards you. It is called spiritual energy, and the Hierophant definitely showcases that you will attract the right people into your life. Like I said before as well, what's meant for you will never pass you by. It will come to you. It will come to you. That's what I see, is that these beautiful abundances will come to you. Your love life will flourish in a way that feels natural and progressive, not one where you have to chase and chase and chase and go after and go after and go after and run after and crawl after and do a triathlon after. You don't have to do that. I really don't see that. You can be in your power, and like attracts like, which means that the person for you is not someone who you have to constantly, it's not going to be one-sided, okay? Your love life is not going to be one-sided. Okay, so let's have a look here and see. I've got the Lovers Oracle cards. I'm going to pull 4 cards to also correspond with each of these Lovers Oracle cards as well, so that we can get some more information. Ooh. Okay, I'm going to take these 4. This one actually came out facing down, and I feel this one, but I'm not gonna take this one. So I don't actually even know what that card is, but I wanted 4 cards, like I mentioned, so I'm going to take those 4. The rest I can see, and I think when you see cards, you can see them. And this was the first one that came out, I think. So you've got here, this could be the one, okay? You've definitely met the romantic partner you seek. Now, I know some of you might say, didn't you just say this could be a new person? I'm saying you have options, okay? You have options. Now, some of you, because this is a general reading, right? Some of you have already met this particular person and things will get stronger, like I mentioned, okay? If you're in a situationship as well, things can get stronger depending on how much energy and effort you put within yourself. The other thing here is that you do have options and choices, so I want you to know that as well. There isn't just one person out there for you. I do believe that there are multiple options and choices as painted through on the cards. So keep in mind that, of course, first of all, it is a general reading that can resonate with you. However, of course, there are so many people watching in different situations that, it's one that sort of can be an open reading in that sense that it can make sense to people in different situations. Does that make sense? So basically, when it says this could be the one, obviously, if you're single and there's nobody around you, it's just showcasing here essentially that you do have options and choices, because that's something I mentioned anyways. You have here wedding. So like I mentioned with the Hierophant, I do see long-term commitment and stability. And for those of you that want marriage, it is on the cards here for you. Okay, so yes, it shows that this situation involves marriage. We have here passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So, one of the things that I was trying to tell you is you got this. I want to take away your stress and your tension in the sense of telling you that things will progress for you. Try not to panic too much because it will harmonize and things will come together. Sometimes it's hard to sort of see that all happen and sort of figure out how it's going to happen. But the thing here is that do you, be you, take care of you, and life will shape itself around you. You don't have to put so much stress and tension into how and when and why and what. I mean, it's totally normal to have those questions, but sometimes things happen when we least expect it, and it just happens sometimes without us even having to ask those particular questions. So, take a bit of time for yourself, I would say, and allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Like I said, find gratitude in those little things that are working out for you, things that are progressing for you, things that are manifesting for you in a positive direction and a positive light, because that's going to give you a lot of fulfillment and joy and happiness, and it's going to make you feel pretty good. So yeah, let's go down that particular path. That's going to be, a good path to go down. And then you've also got here as well, dun, 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 playfulness. So to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. So of course that's a Page of Cups energy, which is about having fun and doing things that you love and taking care of yourself. That's really what's going to boost your love life to come together. there's a lot of people out there that kind of just don't ever care about their love life. They kind of just live their life and then boom, they end up with people, right? And some of you might be thinking, I can't believe like that person can get people and I struggle, or I can't get a person. And the reason for that is because everyone's on a different path in their life, but also with a path of least resistance, the more you are concerned and worried and things like that, the more it can slow things down, right? So essentially they are on the path of least resistance. All those people that just end up with people, they find people, you know, and it's just very like, oh, okay, like how did you find people and I can't, you know? That's because essentially they are not, so some of them are not so desperate, and if they have been desperate, it's because the energies have calmed down and things like that. I'm not saying that you are desperate, but you know what I will say is, again, do you put yourself first, focus on inner peace, personal power, self-confidence, self-worth, trusting and accepting your gut feelings, and it will align for you. And for some people it's slower, for some people it's faster, right? So timing also plays a role in all of these things. It's not just all simple, right? So I think that one of the things here shows that it will harmonize in divine timing. Things will come together for you. Try not to worry too much about timing and when and how, and you know, because that can definitely upset you and frustrate you and annoy you. Just know that it will happen in its right timing. In the right timing it will happen for you. So let's get a card for this could be the one. Ooh. I'm telling you, I was feeling this Lovers card. I really was. And I was like, you know what? It's a vibe. It is a vibe. So, of course, it's coming, okay? It's going to harmonize. For those of you already with someone, it's going to manifest into this kind of card where you do feel happy and there is this sense of content, fulfillment, and good energy. Of course, the Lovers is ruled by Gemini as well. You've got very strong Gemini here with the King, the Queen, and, well, the King and the Queen of Swords, and of course the Lovers card. So there you go, right? It shows here divine connection, so things will come together in divine timing. It shows here a real sense of two people that complement one another, not two halves that make up a whole, because you are a whole person. So of course there's that beautiful energy, and each of these cards that we see here, there's two, right? There's a couple essentially. So the couple energy again really goes to show, especially with the spread we had here, we had the King and the Queen as well, you've got the Lovers there as well, so there's a lot of couple energies, which shows that you will have a partner who truly adores you and is mutual and kind and caring and sincere towards you. So for wedding, we have here Six of Pentacles. Okay, so you know, shared, it seems to be a shared responsibility, and it's something that both of you equally want. Both of you have very similar values and goals and want to achieve very similar things in life, and also mentally you have a very similar thinking. Now that's not to say that the two of you are like exactly like one another, because people will have differences, but mentally and emotionally there is compatibility, which means that this person is not emotionally unavailable. This person is emotionally available, okay? They're willing and ready to talk about their emotions, their feelings, things that hurt them, annoy them, distress them, etc. They are a very mutual person and very, very compatible with you, not just physically, because there's a lot of physical chemistry there, but, and we see it here as well, they'll be very intimately attracted to you. But mentally and emotionally, those elements of compatibility sometimes get overlooked. And trust me when I say, they're actually some of the most important in a connection. You'd be really surprised as to why certain relationships fall apart. And it's usually because of the mental and the emotional aspect of things. So we go now to passion. Well, the good news here is that you get along in that sense as well. There's a real sense of mature understanding. Passion. Okay, so for passion we've got here the Page of Wands with a High Priestess. So to me this really represents a sense of attraction, chemistry, compatibility, and of course this particular energy that we do have here is one that I think is really, really strong. The reason I say that it's super, super strong is because it just goes to show here that the chemistry is strong. They like to talk to you and flirt with you. And I also feel here that the High Priestess definitely goes to showcase a lot of maturity, wisdom, learning. You guys have a passion, I feel, and if you haven't met this person, this is what I see for the future, of course, is that they love to watch documentaries or to sort of learn different things and to also like sort of teach different things. That's the kind of vibe I get with the High Priestess, where you both have your individual passions, but you also have an interest in each other's passions and sort of learning and having deep, deep conversations about these things, sort of like staying up late and having these conversations. That's the kind of vibe I get with the moon as well, you know, like sort of late night conversations and things like that. And then for playfulness, we have the Five of Swords. So, you know, the Five of Swords, I think is very interesting that this came through here because, you know, sometimes it's about, you know, when you feel like things are just so serious, we need to lighten things up. So the Five of Swords here shows that if there's ever a misunderstanding or miscommunication, they will want to lighten things up by being playful. So this person does not seem to stay angry for a very, very long period of time. They just don't have it in them to stay angry for a very long period of time. So that's the Five of Swords. Literally goes to show, because the thing is, like, life is not perfect, relationships are not always perfect. There will be misunderstandings, but it's how they get resolved that is the most significant part of any connection. And here we literally do have that, right? The Five of Swords, such a strong, powerful energy here, which shows that if ever there's a misunderstanding, they're not gonna let it be in that, you know, they'll be playful, they'll be fun, they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, they'll try and make you laugh, things like that. You know what I mean? So it's really in their character, which is so adorable. Okay, so now we go to the charm reading. Let me just move this little box that I have over here. Okay. Find my letters. Okay, so we do letters, which can be initials, can spell out words, and then we'll do the charms. We have a Q and an A. Ooh, question and answer. I think there's great communication here between you guys. An A, a C. Well, you do need some AC when things start to heat up. You've got here a Y, yam. I'm seeing yam. I'm also seeing cam as well. Perhaps they like taking pictures. We have also my. Oh my gosh, we're seeing so many words here. We've got a D, W, and an F, CA. That's interesting. Okay, right. I could name a lot of states here in the US, which is also, I mean, is that strange? I don't know. The majority of my audience is based in the US, so maybe that, you know, makes a little bit of sense for some of you that are sort of looking at the sort of states elements part of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to pull some charms. So we have got here, well, we did see this before, right? Gemini, look at that. Got strong Gemini. You also have strong Taurus as well. Now, this could be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Got a lot of keys here as well, so this indicates commitment will come your way. Look at that little, oh my god, that's such a cute key. Two little keys. Oh my god, they're adorable. Airplane. It's interesting. We were sort of talking about the US, but also airplane here means travel, and maybe there's long distance here, but it also could mean that they just want to come and see you and things like that. You got these two dolphins. So again, you know, there's this element of two that we keep picking up on, like a couple energy, especially since we do have the Gemini energy. You've got these two keys, two dolphins. You've got here also this giraffe. So I think that this is really about them wanting to sort of see you, and it doesn't want to stay. The giraffe literally does not want to stay. It's like, no, leave me alone. Oh my gosh, okay. it just doesn't want to. It doesn't want to stay. We've got a C here, so another C. You got an E here as well. And another D. Dad. Okay. I'm sure some of you can see certain words. I'm having a moment where I'm not seeing anything more. We see came as well, so we do have that. Ring with an angel on it. So again, divine connection, divine energy. You got an angel here as well. There's a real sense of protection to this particular connection. You have here a little cat on a branch as well, so this really goes to show that connection is very strong. Also, you've got here, kind of reminds me of sort of crystals and sort of healing as well, so to me that really represents that this person really helps you, and it's not someone that you kind of shut off to, but someone you really accept. And we also have as well the little moon with the stars. So this is a person that just feels so warm and so homely to you, where you're like, this is my person and I feel so good around them, kind of vibe that I'm getting here. So that is what I'm seeing. So yeah, group number 1, this is your reading, and that's what we have. So let me know in the comment section below how it resonates. If it does, let me know. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you do subscribe, please click on that little bell notification next to the subscribe button as well. The charms and letters and the readings, so the private readings, all the information is down below, and also you can purchase a reading with me on my website. There's also intention items for different areas of your life. For example, if you want to manifest love in your life, there's loads of different intention items which you can keep around you or wear, which can help to basically bring you your manifestations. And yeah, so that's all linked down below and also on my website as well. And yeah, take care everyone. Hope to see you soon if you choose to come back. And yeah, that is what we have. So I'm gonna move on to the next reading. Okay, so we go now to the next. Oh, okay. Alright, group number 2, love reading you have been waiting for. Ta-da! So we're going to have a look with this beautiful borderless tarot deck. If anyone's actually interested in this particular tarot deck, which is very colourful, I get a lot of questions on it because it's super colourful. I'll leave a link down below next to the group name, just so that, you know, if you are interested, you can check those out. So let's begin. Love reading you've been waiting for, group number 2. So we're going to do tarot card spread, and then I'm going to get some oracle cards, and then I'm going to also use tarot to sum up those oracle cards, so the lovers oracle cards, and then, sorry, the romance angel oracle cards, and then we're going to do a charm reading as well. So lots and lots of information to look into. Alright, so basically you just got those as well that just literally fell out. So, oh, and literally one card off the back of this just like slipped down as well. Alright then. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got the Fool here. Fool with the Hanged Man, with the 3 of Pentacles, and I am an upright reader, I thought I'd just mention that. You've got the Page of Wands, with the 7 of Pentacles. Ooh, King of Wands. And, oh, 2 of Cups. Look at that. How beautiful. Let's just get one more here. Okay. Right, so, got Temperance. Got lots of angelic energies, which definitely goes to show that there's a really divine energy that I'm picking up on here. For those of you that are single, like, and I'm talking completely single, I'll get on to those of you who perhaps have got somebody around you, I'll do that in a second, but those of you that are completely single, I do see that there's a new chapter that's going to unfold for you, especially with the Fool, that shows that there's a new beginning, there's more on the horizon, that there's going to be progression, joy, happiness, and also loyalty, but so much fun as well. So there seems to be adventure and fun, and just seems to be a combination of everything that you absolutely love. I feel like that's really what's coming your way. Now, for those of you that are in a situation where it's not like you're with the person, but it's also not like you're without the person completely, I really do see here that there can be a sense of things getting stronger. And I think part of this here is really really showing that things have to sort of align with divine energies. The other person really needs to understand themselves a lot more. Temperance here shows slowly but surely things are really progressing in your direction and things are coming together. The more you understand yourself, the more you know yourself, the more you take care of yourself, the more the universe wants to put onto your plate from what I see here. So the King of Wands shows here someone that's very, very passionate, someone who's very, very attractive, and someone who is really going to care for you and take care of you from what I see here. And some of you are with someone who is still going through a phase where they have to become a bit more mature and a bit more understanding, or a little bit more reasonable. So they're going through that process of transformation with the Hanged Man from what I can see here, where they are going through the process of becoming much more responsible and progressive as well. So that's definitely a really powerful, very strong vibe that I do pick up on. So yeah, it's just something to definitely keep in mind, especially with the Fool. What I do feel is really, really important and super, super significant is that the Fool represents a new avenue and a new chapter. The Fool, to me, really does go to showcase a very, very important energy, which is definitely to do with the fact that, you know, the Fool's energies represent here that there's more yet to come. So the best is yet to come, and that's the kind of vibe and energy I see here. See, the Three of Pentacles, for those of you that are looking for someone new, shows somebody new coming in who definitely has a lot of qualities of a fire sign. Okay, so I'm seeing that here with the Page and the King of Wands. This is someone who is progressive. This is someone who is organized. This is someone who is passionate about the things that they do. They are affectionate as well, and they are very motivated. And this person's not someone who cuts off your wings. They encourage you to grow your wings and to be the best version of yourself. They're nurturing, they're kind, they're caring. Teamwork makes the dream work. It can also be that they own their own business and that they do their own thing. You know what I mean by that? I hope that's not too vague. But yeah, they own their own business, they do their own thing, or they just have a lot of stability in their life. And I feel like that's where it's going as well. So for some of them, they might still be doing other things, and then eventually in time, they do have more stability. So for example, if there are money concerns and money issues, I do feel like in time, there'll be a lot more growth in terms of finances. So it won't hinder love. It will actually help love to be much more fulfilling and growing in that particular direction, because, you know, financial situations can also really hinder certain relationships and connections and just make it so much more challenging and difficult and just really a lot, if that makes sense. So I definitely see here that there is going to be that sense of progression that comes through as time does go by. So I don't see, you know, I don't see you being like out of love. You know, I really see you having love, group number 2. And I really do see here that it's going to be someone and is someone who is, you know, growing as well. So you are growing, they are growing. It seems to be mutual with the Two of Cups. And the Temperance card here was also showing lots of balance and flow and fulfillment and joy and progression, teamwork here, and also you being protected by the divine. So for example, if some of you have had situations where things have been really challenging, very difficult, and just really, really awful and sad and upsetting, sometimes those things happen because ultimately the universe is trying to tell us and show us that, you know, it's not the right timing, and there are other things that we need to work on. Perhaps it's healing within ourselves, or it's focusing on ourselves, or really giving the other person some space and some time, because some of you have someone around you and some of you don't. You know, it's one of those things. So ultimately it is a very strong energy from the universe, which is saying like, you know, take care of you, like put yourself first, look after yourself, because ultimately that is one of the most significant things that you really can do. It's probably one of the most important as well, you know. So that's what we see here. Okay, so definitely a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, definitely coming through here. Sagittarius as well there, and someone who is you know, really going through the process of becoming more mature. So I think that this person is going through a transformation as we speak right now. And so if you are not around this person, understandably so, they're sort of building things up, they're getting themselves together. And if you are around this person and they're really focusing on their stuff, then you know why, right? Because they're going through that transformation. Okay, so let's have a look at these romance, angel, oracle cards. So we've got here trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith, and that is something we definitely did mention, right? We did mention that it's really best for you to sort of have faith, but also to just know that things are going to come together for you. So have faith, do you, take care of yourself, know that the divine is working with you, not against you. It's gonna come together. Nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you by. Always keep that in mind. You don't have to excessively chase. You really don't, okay? You really, really don't. neither do you have to necessarily always wait. Keep that in mind. You can always focus on your own things, let things happen on the back burner, right? So we have here new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So I do feel that, you know, even for some of you that are sort of around someone, there can be a new person that does stir your romantic feelings in the future. So do keep that in mind. You know, you do have options and choices. It's not like you just have one person. But, you know, when this new person comes in, it's your choice as to what you choose to do. But if you're single, there's definitely a new person. I mean, I see that here. We also have past life relationship. You've known each other before. So for those of you that meet this particular new love, it can be that you have a past life relationship. You've had a past life relationship with them. But also for those of you that are with someone, you know, I mean, that person could be from your past life, but what I do see is that a new person can also come through who you've known from your past life. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. And some of you, the person that you're around right now, could be someone that is also, you know, a past life person. So just keep that in mind. I'm seeing like a very strong past life energy, especially with the divine angels here as well. Okay, so I'll tell you what happened. These two cards came out facing down, and I was only going to aim for 4, and then this one came out where I can see it. So I'm going to take this one, right, because I don't know what the other cards say, and obviously there's too many. So it says here, express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So it says here, you know, life is too short. Sometimes you might be thinking, should I just tell this person I like them? I don't see why not. You know, ultimately, sometimes, yes, we do have to be patient because, you know, some people might scare people away. But I also do believe that what's meant for you will never pass you by. And you know, sometimes being patient can, you know, work out, but also what's really important here is that sometimes when you get an answer, it's good to take it as face value so that you can also progress and move forward and things like that. So, you know, when this person does come through, it's your choice also whether you want to make the romantic gesture. Some of you have people around you and you're wondering, I don't really know if this is the right person for me. Well, then sometimes it's okay to make the romantic gesture and to see if they actually do care or not. That's also going to tell you a lot about the person and how they also value your vulnerability to make those romantic gestures as well, right? So I think that's very, very important in that sense. Okay, so I'm going to just sum up each of these cards. So for trust, we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So, you know, really it's okay to trust the situation and to let it unfold. Okay, the 2 of Pentacles here shows balance. It's okay to sort of trust everything in that sense. And of course, it also shows here a sense of things really progressing, moving and flowing with the infinity symbol. We also have this card. So for new love, we've got the Ace of Swords. This is victory, celebration. It's about an interaction, which really gives you a lot of joy. It's like it just comes in. It's like, oh my gosh, my Ace of Swords with a crown on top. Oh my gosh, this is my gift. Oh my gosh, I'm happy about that. That's how you're going to feel. Email me when it happens. I want to know. Past life relationship. So you've got here the Star as well. Okay, so yeah, that's very interesting. Now, regardless of who you're around, I feel like a new person is definitely going to come through. And so that's going to trigger in you whether you want to stay or go if some of you do have someone around you currently. Now, some of you might be thinking, no, I don't want to let this person go. Like, this is my favourite person. I mean, it's your choice, right? You can stay with the person that you absolutely love. I'm just seeing that there's someone new that's going to come along and you don't have to accept that person. You know what I mean? Like, you have choices and you do have options. The Star here shows that it's your choice if you want to release, whether it's the new person or the new person. Sorry, whether it's the person you have around you or the new person, it's your choice as to who you choose and who you accept and who you don't. You have power. At the end of the day, group number 2, what you need to realize is that you have power. You are not powerless. You have so much power in regards to who you can accept and who you want to reject. At the end of the day, that's all you need to know, I think, when it comes to this reading. Okay, and then express your love. Oh, and also the stars are going to align. So that's what you need to know there. So yeah, strength. See, that's your vulnerability and your emotions. You know, when you are vulnerable and you tell people, you know, I really like you or I really love you, what also matters is how they respond to it, right? That tells you a lot about someone's character as to if they are dismissive or if they don't care or if they are emotionally unavailable. Then you have to also understand that they may not be validating their own emotions as well. And what's really important here is to take what they say as face value at that very point in time, because that's how they treat their emotions. And if that's how they treat their emotions, that's also how they will treat your emotions. Very important thing to know, right? So actually, you know, expressing yourself to someone and being vulnerable will tell you so much about how the other person is back towards you as well, you know, because they can really project themselves onto you, and you can actually learn a lot about a person in that sense, you know. And I always believe as well that, you know, rejection is always redirection too, okay? So keep that in mind. What's meant for you will never pass you by. Never. Never. It's not going to, right? So, be yourself. Oh, sorry, I just like almost knocked over my letters. Be yourself. It's the most beautiful gift from the universe. Being yourself. Okay, and you see, life will really shape itself around you. So we have letters, so this can be initials. It can also be words for your love reading that can make sense to your situation. So we have here an L, a Y, an E, a D, lead. Got an I, M, C, W, Y, M, C. Oh no. Well. That was a fail, wasn't it, on my part? I really felt like there was a YMCA energy coming through, but obviously not. Anywho, I guess that's that. I don't know why that W really like stood out to me, but then I guess it's not, is it? It's not a YMCA energy. Okay, anyways. So let's go to the charms and see what is happening in the world of charms and letters. YMCA. Oh no, okay. I don't know why that song is literally stuck in my head. Okay. Right, so, you know, it's that kind of energy of like close but not quite. Some of you may have felt that in love, where you feel like, oh, like it's gonna get there, and it was just like, oh, we were so close, and it's not quite. Or you might be in a situation right now where you think to yourself, oh, it's so close to getting to a, you know, good place, but it's like it's so still far away. You know, that's how I felt when I saw that you know, that YMCA being put. I was like, we're gonna do it, and it was like so close, but like we completely missed a letter. It's that kind of vibe. And sometimes when I say things, a lot of you in the comment section, you do mention how these things make sense. And to be honest, I was just thinking that, like, oh, we were so close. Anywho, let's move on from that. So we've got a lot of charms to look into here. We've got the Saw as well. Like, you know, some of you might be sort of cutting ties here with your past, you know, past and things that have really upset you and frustrated you, and thinking to yourself, like, you know what, yeah, it's okay that didn't particularly work out. Like, I will heal from it and I will become stronger because there's something better coming in my path. But also that everything happens for a reason, and for a you know, for a solid reason in that sense. So that's also something to definitely keep in mind. We also have the pliers as well. Like, a lot of you are fixers. You always like to fix things and make sure that things are in order and done well and done right. And sometimes you feel hurt when people don't reciprocate that in many ways. You've also got amethyst, which is also about healing. You've got the angel wing, which shows that you are being protected. You have a feather as well. Now, some of you might literally be seeing feathers, and if you do see a feather, it shows that you are being protected. Okay, so if things are happening in your life that you absolutely hate, sometimes just know that you are being protected. You may not see how you're being protected, you may not feel like you're being protected, but you are being protected. Remember, spirit guides, angels, the universe, God, whoever it is, right, that you really feel that connection towards, they're protecting you. They are protecting you, and they can see everything. They can hear conversations you can't hear. They can see things you can't hear, but they are protecting you because they know what's for your highest good. You have a ring here as well, okay? So you will find commitment and you will find a lot of love. I also see skiing as well. Perhaps that really resonates with some of you. I see a teddy bear, which is about comfort and love and joy. I'll show you that teddy bear. Oh, how adorable. Can you see it? There we go. Wow, my hand looks humongous. You know, my hand is actually really, really tiny. In real life, you'll be like, oh my god, your hands are like literally non-existent. They're really, really tiny hands. But they look huge on camera. We've got the starfish here as well. So it's also about like things progressing and coming together in such a way that is very progressive. We also had the star card there as well, right? Healing, and also stars aligning. Family as well, so I do see a family for you in regards to love and making your own or building your own family. We have another angel, see, you are being protected. You have a deer. Some of you might be like, is this a deer? Some of you might be like, oh dear, you know, things are not always the best, but you're trying, you know, you're trying to make things work. Camera, so it's about making memories. So it can also be that this person is very much so interested in photography, taking pictures and things like that. And you also do have here as well, love me. You know, some of you might be sort of chasing someone as well, you know, where you're like, love me, love me. Isn't there a song? Love me, say that you love me. Yeah, okay. I'm having a moment. Okay, so we have here, every journey starts with one step, and that is so, so true. Sometimes that step is healing, sometimes that step is self-acceptance, and sometimes that step is knowing that you are protected, or knowing that what's meant for you will never pass you by. So, we got some interesting messages here, group number 2, right? So this is your reading for the love reading that you have been waiting for. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Charms, letters, everything is on my website as well if you did want to purchase those. There's also intention items on there as well. If you wanted to purchase a private paid reading with me, they are on there as well. All the information actually for everything is always in the description box below. Some of it is pinned in the comment section, but yeah, definitely take care everyone. Let me know how this resonated, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already, of course, and I'll see you all very soon if you choose to come back, which I hope you do choose to come back. Let me know if you'll come back. It's okay. So yeah, we're going to move now to group number 3. These are so cute. These charms are so adorable. Yeah, like I mentioned, they are available on my Etsy store. Gosh, they're so adorable. That camera as well. The detailing on it is beautiful, isn't it? Okay. Right, so we just take these away. Love me, say that you love me. Oh, it's stuck in my head now. Alright. Oh, I can't grab all the cards. Okay, here we go. Alright, group number 3. Let's have a look and see love reading you have been waiting for. So we've got here the Rider-Waite deck. Ta-da! So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a spread. We are going to look into charms. We'll do a charm reading, get some letters out, and also some oracle cards as well. So I'm really excited. Lots of information to look into. We're going to use the Romance Angel Oracle deck. And let's begin! And I just wanted to mention as well that if you would like you know, to browse my website, feel free to do so. There's intention manifesting items on there, and also you can actually purchase a private reading with me as well if you are interested. Everything is always linked down in the description box below. The love reading you've been waiting for, group number 3. Let's have a look and see what we have. Okay. So, hold on, let's do it like this, right? Temperance. Queen of Wands. I am an upright reader, so I thought I would just mention that. Now, you have got the Seven of Swords, so some of you have been through some really difficult moments in your past. You have been through situations where you may have felt deceived, you may have been cheated on, you may have been hurt, you may have felt like things were always just going against you, or that you were hurt really, really badly, or that love just seems to be never coming into your life, and you feel like it's just a curse. It must be a curse. There's no other reason for it to not be a curse. Like, some of you are just like, you know what, I must genuinely have a freaking spell on me, or someone must have done something, or I must have some kind of generational curse or something, because things are just not working out for me. Some of you have been through hell and back, and some of you who are completely single might be thinking, is anything actually going to happen? And some of you have been in, you know, stuck in situations, or you've been stuck in really not so great, like maybe even toxic connections, where you've always been the one doing everything, or it's just been so one-sided, and that is the Seven of Swords. Okay, now this particular reading is not, you know, what's coming. It's the love reading you've been waiting for, in which I describe what I see, and then also what I see coming for you. So I just want to, preface that and say, like, I don't see the Seven of Swords as something that's going to be a continuation in your life. I do see change here, because I did see some of the other cards as they fell out, of course, and I'm sure you did as well. And I don't really feel this energy that this Seven of Swords is going to stick forever in your life. Like, I don't feel like you are going to be deceived and cheated on and treated so horribly for the long-term duration of your life. That will break, okay? That will break at some point, because you have got the Eight of Swords, which shows a progression. Sure, someone may have treated you like this and it probably left you feeling just really trapped, vulnerable, sad, frustrated, upset, annoyed. But I don't see this as something that's going to stay forever. I feel like you're going to get yourself through and out of this loop and this cycle. So the Two of Pentacles here, see, there's much more balance and harmony coming for you in your love life. The Two of Pentacles shows things progressing, it shows things coming together. The rocky waves, gosh, look at those rocky waves in the background there. There seems to be harmony in the forefront, okay, and the past shows the difficulties. So that's what I see here, is that your past is going to be something that, yeah, you look at from time to time, but you also realize that, you know what, in the present, I've got myself together, I'm feeling the harmony, I am strong, I have got myself together, and I'm doing the most I can for myself. And that's really what I see here. Temperance shows things balancing out. Temperance here is about your spirit guides, your angels, the universe protecting you, and also trying, and some of you might think, how the hell are they protecting me if I have to and had to deal with this? You have learned things about yourself that you may not have learnt had this not have happened. And I know that sounds awful, and I know that sounds like, but Moonlight, I really didn't want this whole situation to occur. It's true. Nobody does, right? But you have learned how you want to be treated, what you truly deserve, how people should be treating you, and also how you should be treating yourself and what you want in life, right? You have learned things about yourself that you may not have learned otherwise. And it's made you a way, way, way stronger person. But not only that, you can now avoid this in the future altogether. See? Right? You avoid it. So sometimes it's hard to avoid it, right? But what I do see here as well is that you have really learned where to put your foot down. That's what I see, especially with Temperance and the Queen of Wands. You can put your foot down and you know what's good for you, you know what just doesn't help you, you know what harms you in that sense. And also spirit guides are protecting you more and more as time goes by as well, because they don't want you to repeat the same thing over and over again. So the Chariot here really shows that you are heading towards a direction of harmony and balance with the two Sphinx, who we love and we appreciate. Just kidding. I appreciate, everything about tarot. I mean, even the Three of Swords, like, I proudly display it because, the Three of Swords is not great, but it has its own purpose, right? The Seven of Swords has its own purpose, and ultimately, it's also about you getting to a place that is much more stronger. You feel much more harmony, much more balance within yourself. You will find love and happiness and joy and stability and security with someone who also respects you in the same manner and is kind to you and caring towards you and really, really a good person in return. That is the Chariot energy, right? And that's also the two Sphinx. They're different. Both of these Sphinx are different, but they complement one another. They are in harmony with one another. They both drive the Chariot forward towards a common vision. And that is what partnership is about. It's not about one person does everything and the other person doesn't really care. No, when you think about the two Sphinx, they are in harmony with one another and they have the purpose to drive things further forward in a mutual way. And that is the kind of partnership I see for you, where you're able to do things you love together. You're able to be there for one another in difficult times and also not so difficult times. And that's ultimately one of the biggest things. So you've got the King of Cups, right? So you've got strong water energy here that's forming, right? Which means that this person will be emotionally available. They want to talk about emotions. They want to be there for you. They want to be kind towards you, caring towards you, progressive towards you. That's the kind of energy that I see here, where there is progression and joy and fulfillment and things really warming up. You see here, they like dried up all of that water. Literally, this person, whoever this was, dried up all of this water, right? But here, the water is crazy, right? And here, the water is also like a little bit, all over the place. But actually, there's a sense of power and a sense of will where you feel comfortable in your surrounding. You feel comfortable with who you are. You don't have to, dry up your emotions just to keep someone else happy. Or, because that's what people do. A lot of the times they have to walk on eggshells and pretend like they don't, their emotions don't exist so they can please the other person. That's not healthy. That would dry up your entire emotional state of being. This is healthy, right? Where you can be yourself and be comfortable and showcase your emotions and your vulnerability and also be heard and respected, that is healthy. This is healthy. This is not healthy, right? So really important to keep in mind. Otherwise it affects your health and yourself, and that's not love. That's not love, okay? That is not love. This is love, okay? So anything that's happened in the past, you know, that was difficult to this level, that's not love. But I will say one thing is that better is coming your way. Like, better things are coming your way, more progression is coming your way, joy is coming your way, fulfillment is coming your way. Especially with the Six of Pentacles, like there's harmony, there's balance, there's fulfillment, it's all coming your way. Stability is coming your way. Nine of Wands as well. You know, you might be thinking, wondering, pondering, contemplating. That's okay, but it's coming your way, okay? So love is coming here. Now, some of you may be with someone right now, but essentially this reading I really feel is more so for those of you that have really struggled. So, you know, sometimes readings don't resonate. That's okay, because of course this is a general reading for, you know, a lot of people that will probably watch this reading. But essentially that's okay, right? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. There you go, right? It's coming. It's coming. The Chariot shows that it's coming. The right thing for you is coming. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents, and that's very true actually. Your relationship with your parents, I think, has a significant impact on how your love life also progresses. So, you know, forgiveness and acceptance is hard. I do believe that it's hard, but also it sets you free. So you might think to yourself, but I don't want to forgive them, you know, they did this and this and this. Well, forgiveness and acceptance allows you to be able to move forward and you to be able to free yourself. It's not always just about, you know, thinking that, oh, it's fine what they did, but it's so that you can free yourself. And that can also allow the sort of bonds that you have in your future to also progress, because some people repeat the kind of relationship they have with their parents with, you know, it can be repeated with love as well. And, you know, they can then also treat you in a not so great way if they have had troubles with their family, for example, right? So if you can heal as much as you can, or if you have a good relationship already with your family, then that's great, you know, because it shows here that things will progress here. But some of you have had difficult relationships with your family, and if you can try to, even inside of you, try and heal it, that's good as well. That will really help. So we got here heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. You know, when you do discuss your feelings with someone, you learn so much about them. You know, for example, if someone's emotionally unavailable and you try and talk about your emotions, that will tell you everything you need to know about them. You'll be able to figure out how emotionally unavailable they are, how dismissive of your emotions they are, how they treat you, right? And there are some people that will be so kind and so caring, they'll sit there and they'll listen and they'll care, and that tells you everything you need to know about them versus them, right? It tells you a lot indeed. Some people do grow, some people do evolve, and some people do go from not listening to listening, but it's also part of the process. And you don't have to wait for that, right? You can let them get themselves together as well. So this says, express your love, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Yeah, you know what, sometimes saying how you truly feel will help you to understand the nature of the other person. You'll be able to figure out whether they really are right for you or not. You know, it tells you a lot about someone in that sense. I think that's very, very important. I grabbed the charms, but I still need to do some clarifying cards for each of these. So worth waiting for has got the Knight of Pentacles. There you go. Knight of Pentacles is quite slow. It's not exactly the most fast-moving, progressive energy, but there you go. It's coming, okay? It is coming. It might be slow, but it's coming. Healing family issues, Two of Cups. Yeah, that's really what's going to also help your connection moving forward as well. Exactly like we saw. Like attracts like in many ways. So we've got here heart-to-heart conversations, Two of Swords. See, it's going to tell you everything about the other person. You know, especially those that are emotionally unavailable. When you express your feelings to them and they don't care, that tells you a lot about them. Okay, and it also tells you how emotionally compatible you are with that person as well, you know. Then we have here express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So Page of Cups, it's okay. It's okay to tell the other person how you feel. If they run away, that's their problem. Because there's something good coming, okay? There's something good coming. I don't think you're going to lose out, okay? You're really not, you know, especially if you've been in the past where you've tried to express something and you've been treated really badly. I don't feel like you lost out. It's the other person that lost out, truly, you know? So we've got here letters, which can spell out initials. It can also spell out words as well. And then we'll go to charms. I'm going to just grab the charms now. Ooh, nice little flower here. So we've got a Y, an O, we've got yo. We've got an N and a Q and an E. So we've got a yes here. Yes. Oh, we got a yes and a no. Interesting, huh? Perhaps if someone said no to you before, someone's going to say yes here, you know? I really don't feel like you're going to be the one to truly lose out. Also, we've got dots as well. D-O-T-S. Okay, so connect the dots. I think that is also quite significant. We've got an A as well, an X. You know, there could be an X, for example, like a, you know, EX, an X kind of situation that's really been hurting you, and that's just been something you can't stop thinking about and things like that. So keep that in mind. So we've got a lot of words we can make for sure. We've also got date as well. D-A-T-E. We also have the word S-E-X. Okay, I thought I would just let you know that as well. I definitely am seeing that. And some of you will see other words here as well. So we definitely see commitment in your future. This flower here definitely shows sort of death and rebirth. This really reminds me of the flag on the death card, which basically represents here like death and rebirth and things progressing. We also have this tag which says drive safe, I need you here with me, which I think is really interesting. Like someone who really cares about your emotional well-being and emotionally wants to connect with you and just really has that sense of care and nurture, especially with the Chariot as well, right? This person would like message you things like that for sure. You have a mini key here as well, so again, commitment. We have here this saw and also the hammer. So it can also indicate that you're someone that's always trying to like fix things. You're always trying to, you know, be the fixer. And ultimately this here is showing that you don't always have to do that. Like it's good that you want to fix things, but sometimes you also have to cut things out that are not giving you happiness or fulfillment, and this here shows that you are being protected with the angel wing as well. So that is what we have here, group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website. So there's also the charms and the letters on there. There's tons of intention manifesting items, and you can also purchase a private reading with me on there if you wanted to as well. So definitely do check out all the information. It's always in the description box below. And yeah, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, let me know how it resonated, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye everyone. Bye.